Okay. That's how I know already. I say okay a couple times. Okay. Can that be a running gag? Me saying okay?
Okay.
Okay.
It is though. It already is a running gag.
Okay. Hello and welcome to Caddy Wampus Presents the Action Panels Comic Cast, coming at you live from the original Wampus Room. As always, it's your host, I, Justin.
Dan?
David. Hi, Kevin.
It's kind of like iRobot, but not as awkward.
For another season.
But anyways, back into the show here today. Let's get right into the nitty gritty here. So, we got some TV news going on right now, and as we've discussed on this podcast before, there is going to be a show based on a young Jim Gordon on the Fox network, and they've announced casting calls for it. And the big news to everyone is that the casting calls are calling for a 10-year-old Bruce Wayne, because the first episode is going to involve Jim Gordon attempting to solve the murder of Thomas and Martha Wayne.
That's a big first episode.
Well, yeah, you got to do something big if you're going to start a show. You know, you can't go in and be like, oh, hey, this is just Jim Gordon moving into his new house. That's it. Whole episode.
Why not? American Horror Story started like that.
With Jim Gordon moving into a new house?
Yeah. Well, I'm saying it's not like a big to-do.
This is my Jim
someone
Gordon
moving into a new house. So you're in the casting call?
Where's Barbra?
Where's Barbra?
She's supposed to be carrying the boxes in here.
I really hope a madman never shoots her in the back.
That's a specific one of his. Not having his wife be shot in the back.
That's why he did it, because he
It's not
knew.
his wife, it's his daughter,
He
weirdo.
knew right away. The Joker was like, this is like a guy who doesn't want it. His daughter Barbara.
Perfect target.
Shot in the back.
Perfect target, exactly.
If her name was anything but Barbara, she would have not been shot in the back.
If it was Susan,
Susan B. Anthony?
boom, right over your head.
Good.
Be a very different comic if it was Susan B. Anthony.
Well, that's why Fox was putting her in the TV show. They figured now the time to take, like The Walking Dead did, rewrite the story and just do it the right way. Because at this point, Batman's, 70 years old, so...
I guess so.
So, yeah, you gotta go back and play with it. But, yeah, it's pretty big news for a pilot. Like, it's like some real deep Batman mythos.
It's gonna be a lot to top too, though. That's one of the biggest cases. It's probably arguably is the biggest case ever tackled. So to start off with that, you know what I mean?
Right. You would think that would kind of be like the finale, and I'm more into the J.J. Abrams
lens flares.
Yeah, I love the lens flares. I'm into the J.J. Abrams and Christopher Nolan's school of let's not tell anybody anything and then just surprise you with it. So, if I had watched this show and then the payoff in the end was I get to, surprise, here's Bruce Wayne as a kid after his parents get murdered, that would have been cool.
What would have been cool is if it started off with Jim Gordon just in the city in general, learning the city, learning the routes and everything, and at the end...
Was he delivering mail?
No, he's solving crime. You know these things. But then eventually, at the end... he meets the Wayne family. That's the season finale. He meets the Wayne family for the first time.
And befriends
before all this tragedy and all that stuff happens. Exactly. That would have been.
Are you in favor of starting off such a huge case, or would you prefer to?
I probably would have waited, honestly, because I actually read the story too, and I thought that was really confusing for a first episode.
I'm sure it'll be good. I feel like that's you've now set that precedent.
It's jumping right in. You're not getting any backstory. You're just right in the beginning of when Jim Gordon kind of becomes a big focus.
Unless it's a flashback thing, where he's trying to solve that case, and he's like, why can't I do this? I did all these things. Or he's the whole show, the whole overarching payoff is him trying to solve this case, and it's you watch him doing something, and it cuts back to when he learned that ability. I learned this during said case, and the whole overarching show is him struggling
a bunch of
do the
flashbacks.
Wayne family case.
That's a Raven Visions.
That's pretty cool, actually. Your ideas I like it. You should talk to Fox.
They can see this.
Yeah, Fox is actually our only viewers.
Sounds good.
So that's it. Fox Network.
Matt
Groening, that's it.
Keep dads.
On a side note, is everyone caught up on Batman? On Snyder's Batman?
Of course.
New one's out this Wednesday coming up.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Is anyone else weirded out by
yes?
the Jim Gordon the little reveal at the end of the last issue? Spoiler. Can we put out like a giant thing that says spoilers right here?
Sure, yeah.
Cool, perfect. So, is anyone else bothered by that?
Well, since we said spoilers, go on.
Yeah, you
What's
can tell
the
what
big
it is.
Okay,
reveal?
so in the end of the last Scott Snyder Batman issue, I believe it's issue number
25.
Yeah.
Okay, so revealed right here in Batman Zero Year, issue number 25, written by Scott Snyder,
You can see the cover.
it's revealed that Jim Gordon is somehow involved in a cover-up of the Wayne family murder, which really threw me off.
It's a big
Because that, like, really changes the fucking Batman story. Like, a lot.
Mhm.
And
they're ballsy. Like, they just do shit.
so far I've trusted their reimagining. It's been a cool way to reintroduce characters we already know and love and go back. This one I really
Well, if we're talking about
was
that,
really shocked.
what about Fox at the end of
Yeah,
it?
I thought that was messed up.
Yeah, what
too.
about Fox at the end of that?
I don't think it was really Fox though. I think it was
Probably not Fox.
the guy messing with Batman's head because that's
Right.
why in the end whatever Fox was saying was automatically being said by what's his name?
Dr. Death.
Dr. Death, yeah.
Mhm.
So I think that was just like a hallucinogenic
Right.
type thing because he plays with chemicals and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that's what they were alluding to, which that was also pretty messed up though.
Because
if it
yeah,
really
exactly.
was
Because
Fox.
I was like, that changes a whole nother part of the story too.
So
it's-
it really blew my mind.
I think
They do a lot of.
I
big
think what they
stuff.
might do eventually is they're going to talk about it, and it's going to be something higher up where it involves Gordon and even being corrupt back then as to why the Wayne case went that way, and the fact that he realized the error in his ways because he's seeing that people change and he needs to change too.
I think Batman should kill him then. I think Bruce Wayne should beat his ass.
If we lean to that, he is deeply involved. Though it could just be something to try and throw you off because this whole arc looks like it's going to be a lot of this way and that way, and just a lot of.
When you think it's in a
twists and
zig,
turns.
it zags.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they've been known to zig
Right
when
cross,
they're going to zag.
Left cross, they rope-a-dope you a couple times.
Mhm. So I mean, I don't know.
Boxing terminology.
It's kind of a really sort of a minor reference to it. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like a minor threat.
So like
it's something to pay attention to, but it's not something you're supposed to focus on.
they didn't.
I focused the entire issue.
didn't
Like,
just-
that took me out of the issue. It was like, oh, it's a really good issue. What?
The point is that they didn't just come out and say it. I feel like there's going to be a lot more to it, and it might not go where we think it's going.
Yeah,
When you put it that way, I just sound stupid.
No.
you might just read too deeply into it for the
'Cause
time
it's-
being.
I don't know. I think it's definitely something interesting. It's going to be really cool to see.
Was
where
I
it
the only one who
goes.
did the what?
I didn't do that.
I was
Your reaction.
reaction. I was reading in my car, so I couldn't really yell.
Huh, move the fuck out of the way! What?
And he crashed.
We're like
But-
David Letterman with the cards.
But my point is, there's a lot going on in this arc, and I can't seem to focus on one thing or another. Dr. Death's really throwing me off just because of how dark it already is. Just starting
Off
Dr.
the bat,
Death,
yeah.
that I was really thrown off from any other mention of minor things. I do want to go back and reread it today, though.
This
No.
is also the first issue they mentioned Dr. Death, right? He wasn't mentioned in the previous one. They didn't talk about the Bones murder, right?
No.
Because that threw me off too. It was just like, yeah, this guy's bones are growing out of his body. I
Yeah,
was like,
again,
yeah,
and they said again if it's like a multiple.
nonchalantly.
Yeah.
Right. But it is Gotham. Gotham's got a lot
No
of
big
shit.
deal.
Hey, like I said last time, there's a lot of crime going on in Gotham. A
Yeah.
lot of crime. You can't focus on everything.
That's right.
Eventually, some things become front runners when you know you got like 3 people just. Whoa! We probably should focus on this. We shouldn't focus on the store down the street that just got its window broken.
And then Jim Gordon comes in and is like, what?
Who is this guy?
I better cover this up. What? I better cover this up.
He just puts a blanket over it.
Before Barbra gets shot by a guy.
You're really about this Barbra thing.
All right, so that could be spoilers are over kind of a deal.
Yeah, remove the spoilers. Spoilers not ready? They're gone.
Next part.
Okay, so this is one we don't have to discuss, but I just wanted to bring it up. We did mention before, a little follow-up continuity for you, that the Arrow Season 2 took a ratings dip, but with the introduction of Barry Allen, who we all know is the Flash, it went back up to its
He's
season
on
high.
it?
He was on it. He's not the Flash yet, he's just Barry Allen, and the rumor is in this next
I haven't seen
season
any season
finale,
At the mid-season finale just happened.
you're gonna, no, it's not happening yet, it's coming up.
I
Mid-season finale,
am the reason the ratings dipped.
you are going to see Barry Allen become the Flash. Is
Oh,
the
that's
big
cool.
rumor.
That's cool.
So it took a giant ratings leap back up to where it was before. It could stay there, it could not. There's also rumors of the Red Hood and
So,
I can't remember who else. Was it the Red Hood and another major DC character
Now-
making an appearance?
The ratings you speak of, are they're broadcast ratings?
Broadcast ratings, correct.
Because now stations, everything is done by broadcast, initial broadcast, and the following 3 days of DVR and on demand.
Which is good because they really need to.
Right, because that's how everyone watches TV now.
Because I wish we would implore in England, as I understand it, or I'm sorry, the UK, they have a approval system where it's not based on your numbers, it's based on the viewers that you
The
do
percentage
have,
of the viewers,
how much they do enjoy it.
Mhm.
So shows like Firefly and My Name is Earl or something, they would never be canceled.
Now, was Firefly as big as Firefly is when it was on?
No,
Or is that post cancellation?
that's post cancellation.
So they would have affected it.
But if the people who did watch it thoroughly enjoyed it the way they did,
Right.
it would have been fine. I think for me, Firefly was like an Arrested Development where people really enjoyed it. It's just they didn't know how to market it to a wide audience, so it kind of was like, what are we gonna do with it?
I mean, I enjoy it, but I don't think it's as great as people say it is. To me, it's a very niche show. Like I don't know if you could market it to.
I think-
It's ahead of its time.
I think Whedon has that effect where Whedon will put things out that sometimes people really get, and sometimes people have to take it all in multiple times to fully understand everything.
I think his biggest success is obviously the Avengers, and then Buffy I would say is a close second.
Well, I love Buffy. You can watch once and you get it all.
And
I
then,
loved it.
Well, yeah, those are his biggest commercial successes. Although Firefly is the most diehard. People are just obsessed with Firefly. Like not many people besides you can watch Firefly and be like, it's good, but it's either you're like, oh shit, or you don't care.
I liked
Right.
it. I just think that for me personally, Buffy was a better series.
I've seen like 2 episodes of Buffy ever.
Loved it.
It's alright. Took a dip towards the end.
I was
Angel.
I'm a lot younger than you guys. Like for me, I
Yeah.
wasn't watching Buffy when it was on or
See,
anything.
I was.
So.
And Angel, on the other hand, was just nuts.
But Chris Angel, his mind freaks are.
Have you
And-
seen Believe Me or whatever?
No.
And Lie is in capital letters and Believe.
Wow.
No, I saw Bryan Cranston's in it though, right? Or is that the
Is he?
David Blaine one?
I haven't watched it.
I know David Blaine has an
seen it
special,
on
too.
the television guide.
I don't watch magic shows.
I'm just still thinking about Joss Whedon shows because there was Dollhouse.
I only watch Magic the Gathering.
Did that do well? Dollhouse didn't do well.
No,
did it?
No,
Good season.
I can tell you it didn't do well.
It was not good. I watched.
Kevin was on that.
Yeah,
the
I
first
watched
season.
one episode and I was
Yeah.
done. I thought it was terrible.
I was the house.
You held Elijah Dushku and Alan Tudyk.
Okay, so other big news coming up now is that the Amazing Spider-Man 2 trailer was released. Have you guys seen it?
Nope. Yes.
Haven't watched it yet.
You haven't watched it yet? It's incredible. It's
pretty
really
awesome.
incredible.
I don't trailer anymore.
The first movie was all right at best. It was kind of one of those where, well, for me, the same with Man of Steel. It was good, but it wasn't great. Where it's like, I'll watch another one, just do better than this.
Have you seen Man of Steel yet?
I have, yeah.
You like it?
Like I said, it's all right. I didn't think it was
That-
great.
see, this is my issue.
I'll watch another one definitely. I wasn't mad about I knew about the ending already,
Right.
but I wasn't mad about that. I wasn't mad that
I feel
happened.
like the beginning's slow, but like it's not like normally like a trilogy movie, like the setting at the beginning, the whole
Exactly,
first
no,
movie
yeah,
is slow. You
so-
cut the first 20 minutes out of the movie, it's great. I
So
love
yeah,
Man of Steel.
it's good. It's just I didn't think it was great. But the same thing with Batman Begins. Batman Begins is good. It's just not great. So hopefully the next installment will be like a Dark Knight and just be very incredible and blow me away. And that's what I feel they're doing with the Amazing Spider-Man. The first one was it was all right. The villain is what ruined it.
What you're not considering is the second one is Paul Giamatti, so it's instantly better than any superhero movie ever put
Yeah.
out.
Okay, so the trailer. Once again, spoilers. Ready? Here we are.
It's a
It's
trailer.
trailer. Expect
Yeah.
to spoil a trailer.
There's Rhino.
Just go watch
Some
the
people
trailer.
don't watch trailers though on
I don't.
purpose. But some people though refuse to watch them just so they go into the movie being 100% oblivious.
I'm now turning into that guy who hates the hype of films. I want to go in doing like, that's it.
Right.
I just personally,
I don't even know if I want to read a plot synopsis. I just want to go
I
in.
don't- I don't even
Okay,
personally enjoy
Okay.
Spider-Man all that much.
so we know for sure in the trailer that the movie will feature Electro, the Green Goblin, and Paul Giamatti as
Right.
Rhino,
Mm.
and there's hints at a Sinister Six setup either for this movie, maybe they'll tease it in the end, or for a second movie because you see Dr. Octopus's robot tentacles, or we should call them maybe reticles, rotentacles. Wait, let's brainstorm this real quick. Dr. Ock's reticles and a realistic take on the Vulture's wings. and I had to write it down because I'm not going to remember off the top of my head. The original Sinister Six is, of course, Dr. Octopus, Electro, Sandman, Kraven the Hunter, Mysterio, and Vulture. So you already have Electro being in this current movie. You have Dr. Ock and Vulture being teased.
And they're bringing
So
Rey Mysterio in
perhaps
the next one.
They're going to bring in
hope
Rey
so.
Mysterio, and they're going to bring in Sandman from DC. They're going to bring him
Right.
in and drop him into the story.
They did that. I'd die.
Also,
I hate it.
this could be people reading too much into it.
Right.
There is a scene when they're in Oscorp where they're scrolling through the computer and it says Venom storage.
Ooh.
So is that the symbiote Venom, or is it a
Actual
literal
Venom.
Venom storage? Because they do deal with spiders and snakes and stuff like that.
I know a lot of people were reading into with the toys the fact that there's going to be a Carnage toy, so they're thinking Carnage might be in it somewhere.
I think the Carnage is like just a general Spider-Man line now. I don't think it's like a movie line.
no,
Is
this
it
is
a movie
this is
line?
the Amazing Spider-Man 2
Is it?
line. Legitimately
I thought it
has
was
a
just-
Carnage.
I
It
thought
has
it
a
was just
Carnage
a-
and it has a Black Cat toy.
I've seen it.
So
but I
there's
thought it was
rumors
a
about
separate
both
line.
Black
those.
Cat is spotted in the trailer. The
Okay.
trailer is filled with Easter eggs. The Doc Ock and the
We-
Vulture being.
We have that sweet Batman Begins Deathstroke action figure though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Sometimes movies do expand the toy line. to
Yeah,
add
because they want to
characters.
sell more. I just
But the trailer itself and his style in general, I can't remember the director's name. I apologize. We could probably have a little
Webb?
thing we always do. Mark Webb, I believe.
That's so appropriate.
He likes to fill things with Easter eggs for diehard Marvel fans to spaz out over it, and people have dissected this 2-minute trailer.
Yeah.
So we found the Venom storage, we found the Doc Ock reticles, and the Vings, the Vulture wings, and the Vings.
King Rings.
The thing, yeah, and Black Cat, and there's a couple other real cool things in there too.
Black Cat
so-
fireworks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, they're going to be using them as the Green Goblin's pumpkin bombs are going to be Black Cat
Oh.
fireworks.
I think that's one of the only selling
Oh.
points for me, really, watching it, because honestly, the first Amazing Spider-Man I enjoyed, but up until when apparently everyone in New York knew it was Peter Parker, I was like, I'm done. I'm out. But I think the fact that they're bringing in the kid from Chronicle is what sells me again, because I really like that kid. I don't know his name. I just know him as the main character in Chronicle.
Chronicles of Narnia. They're bringing in Peter.
I mean,
Now I wasn't initially into Mr. Tumnus as the Hobgoblin, but
But
when I saw the mock-ups of his suit,
brilliant.
isn't that actually the guy who plays Captain or Professor Xavier? The guy who played Mr. Tumnus?
young Xavier,
Yeah,
I think so.
James McAvoy.
McAvoy.
Macklemore.
John
James,
Malkovich.
James Macklemore.
John Malkovich. I like his best, John Malkovich.
Oh, it's over there. I was gonna pull up bringing John Malkovich. but it's
I'll
over there.
use your granddad's wheelchair. I look incredible.
Did you see him on the
The
Grammy
people?
nominee,
No.
the Grammy nominee concert last night?
The grandma, the what?
The Grammy Wamawee.
The Wamawee? No, I didn't.
He opened the Grammy Wamawee last night.
Professor Xavier did?
Yes, Professor James McElmore.
So it was old. It was old Professor James McAvoy then. It wasn't the young
Yeah, this was post Sands of Time.
Oh, okay.
Days of Thrift Store Past.
Speaking of, also announced in the movie news is May 27th, 2016, X-Men Apocalypse.
So about it. No plot revealed yet.
No
Don't
plot revealed.
Don't even
It was
care.
a tweet.
Days of the Future Past, not even out yet. Sequel announced.
That's what.
X-Men Apocalypse.
Sight.
I'm not.
Favorite X-Men villain right there. I'm
Right.
so excited.
Me too. But do we not remember the last time we jumped ahead of the X-Men universe and destroyed it? We ran it right into a wall?
Right. But last time...
No. We're not even out yet.
We're out.
Is there even a date for Days of Future Past yet?
Yeah, May something this year. 2014. So
Yeah.
next year, actually. I'm sorry. It was from 2013.
So we got 2 more years. Wait, it's fine.
Did
Yeah.
we just film too much and decided to make a second film?
Yes.
Guess so. That's what happened.
It's like Anchorman 1.2?
Yeah, see,
Exactly what happened.
there's my thoughts on it. I'm really excited for it, but why are we announcing it long before Days of the Future Past has come out? Days of the Future Past could tank. It could bomb. It could be awful. There could be no need to ever have a sequel. So why are we already announcing it?
If they have a date, they're probably pretty far along.
Because goddamn Apocalypse is
already-
the most important villain.
If they're already done with it, we're just gonna put it out. I mean, like,
Well, no, because Batman and Superman isn't that far ahead or whatever.
You're getting
Don't
tons
they
of
have that
announcements for
a date
shit.
too?
that, too.
Yeah.
do you have a date on that?
I believe they do. I'm not sure of the
I
exact
think it's
date.
June
I know
of
it's last time.
2015. Or
Yeah, but I want to say it's like they gave an exact date when they
Yeah.
announced it. It was like June whatever 2015, and then they haven't. They literally, I don't think they've filmed any of it yet. They've been building it.
Still casting a million
They're
characters.
still casting 10 million characters. We'll get to that too. But yeah, I think. I mean, it's exciting for X-Men fans because this movie gives us finally Sentinels after fucking 5 goddamn X-Men movies.
Which I
we
was
saw
so
ahead once.
mentioned before, I was so into it, and then when I saw the actual set photos of the Sentinel, I got so upset.
But it's the early Sentinels. It's
I
not
just
the
thought
ones you
about-
know in the comic book.
I just thought about Apocalypse too.
The second version of them.
I just thought about Apocalypse too. That means we're gonna get that kid
I
who
just thought
played.
about Apocalypse
We're
now.
gonna have that kid who played Angel. He's gonna have to be Archangel.
Oh god, I just thought about Apocalypse now.
My take on it is it's too soon. It's too soon. There's no announcement on
Right.
And there's no. They haven't even announced anything about the movie. Is it going to be the first class cast? Is it going to be the
That's what they were saying.
No,
too.
no.
original X-Men?
This is the third cast. We're rebooting again.
Is it going to be an ensemble cast again?
We're rebooting.
Was it really even like announced? Was it anything besides a tweet and then like hashtags? Did people?
And I'm pretty sure it was Bryan Singer who announced
Yeah,
Yeah,
it.
Singer
he announced it.
announced
He
it.
tweeted.
And I think it was confirmed by the studio.
Okay.
I think it was like, yeah, we're going to film it.
Thanks,
He
Brian.
tweeted. I guess we have to do it now.
But
They
Bryan
brought-
Singer is known for tweeting about
That's-
bullshit.
That's how he gets his movies bit. He doesn't want to pitch it to the studio. He just tweets it and gets so much fan backing that he goes, "These guys are into it." And they go, "Fine, we'll fucking make your movie."
Wait.
What's going to happen in this movie? Well, we're going to have Sentinels. Okay.
It's gonna be a.
And you're gonna have the original cast. Why are they gonna be there?
Time travel?
Time travel. And then Apocalypse.
Omega Red.
I have it on my desk by 5. You did it again, Brian.
Thank you so much for.
He starts
for
playing in the
X-Men
next
last week.
Thank you so much for James the Giant Killer. Terrible
Slayer?
Never saw
Giant
it.
Slayer?
Terrible movie.
Never saw it. Yeah.
See,
The Giant Slayer.
but the problem that fell into the fantasy movies are big right now. Give me fucking Hansel and Gretel. Give me fucking the Big Bad Wolf. Give me
No,
this.
no.
Give me that.
Fantasy movies aren't big right now. Taking fantasy movies and shitting all over them and giving them leather outfits and fucking machine guns is cool right now. Because that's what all these movies have been. It's like, what's a good
100%.
children's fairy tale?
Listen,
Let's make it really dark.
you take those concepts and you fucking stop making fun of them because Underworld, Rise of the Lycans, is top tier.
You're jumping over 4 movies to get to
Top
Rise of the
tier.
Lycans.
That's when they came to their own. That's when they came to their
You're
own.
jumping 4 movies.
That's like going. Blade Trinity is a great Vampire Slayer movie.
Fuck Underworld.
No.
Fuck
They're
the
fine.
first one.
They're fine. They came into their own Rise of the Lycans.
Rise of the Lycans.
And that's why I feel that we should have kept going with Van Helsing, and we should reboot League of Extraordinary Gentlemen again. I know we're doing it right now, but skip this reboot it again. It'll be good.
Just scrap it.
Forget Underworld. Forget the second
Underworld
one.
2.
Underworld
Forget
2.
Underworld 3.
Was there a 3? I think
Yeah.
there was a 3.
3 was the past.
Fuck it, it never happened.
No, they
Rise of the Lycans.
It's just